Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just getting the chat and everything up. Good morning. Good morning. Bit link, as usual, up above if anybody wants to become a member of the channel and get special emojis and a shout out tomorrow on Saturdays. It's going to take me all day to do my ironing. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And now I've got no clothes, to be quite honest. I've got no clothes left, so I'm going to need to get the ironing done today. I'll be squinting. Oh, they're a bit squinty. That's going to drive me nuts. Oh. Still squinty. Caroline, good morning. That's better. Caroline, what a diabolical football yesterday. Shay Young, am I saying that right? Good morning to you. Good morning. Right, let's get to this. I need to get the iron done. It's as I say, it's getting beyond a joke. Caroline, I was terrible. I was in my bed listening to it. I like to listen to the football on the radio. I don't know what I think it's a suspense. I don't know what's going on, kind of thing, you know. And I do like to listen to it while I'm in my bed. So I was up and down last night with the bloody, and then we had a goal and it was disallowed and all this kind of stuff. Good morning, Holly baby. Good morning to you. Yeah, so ironing it is. I've got 4 sets of bedding here. That shows you how long. That's been like a month then. I've not done an ironing. It needs done. So I don't know what I'll be watching after I do this live stream. I like to have something on because it kind of takes your mind away if you actually sit and do all the ironing. But I'll be happy once it's done. Once it's done, I'll be happy that it's all finished. How are you doing today? I've kind of pulled a muscle in my neck. I've been getting into it. See with that massager I've got. Oh, see if you press the massager too hard into your neck, it lets you know it's not happy. It goes like that to you. A few times today I've been like, oh, because it's right here. It's a muscle. It's sore. So I was pressing that massager right into it. And it was going like that all of a sudden and scaring the out me. Oh, I don't miss that Harley baby doing all the bloody school, please. Do you know what I done the school clothes in the morning before they went to school, and I'll tell you why. Because see, I would have spent all day doing ironing all the school clothes, giving them to the children. There's your school clothes for the week, all ironed and beautiful. Sure enough, I'd gone to their wardrobe and they'd be lying in a crumpled heap in the bottom. Crumpled again. So to stop me having to iron things twice, I used to iron in the morning before they went to school. They always went to school perfect, and mind that time that I walked the girls to school one day and I had my trousers inside out. And the only reason I knew is because they was making a fruit like that. The inside seam in my leg were rubbing against each other like this and making a fruit sound. Heather and Marcel, my darlings from Vegas, my gorgeous ladies. How is the new cat? My goodness. What a cutie, what a cute cat. And are the other babies happy with the new kitty now? Oh, Cricket. Oh, I want to nuzzle into Cricket. That's what I want to do, nuzzle. Sophie's got a cat, by the way. Sophie's got a wee kitty. Its name's Rosie, or we call it Rosie Roo. It's a wee darling. There's my Sky we were talking about you yesterday or the day before. It was Em. Em was like, where's my Sky? She's missing in action. And I was like, she's probably living her best life. You know what I mean? How are we doing? I'm loving that it is just changing. The weather is changing, and I'm all for that. I'm all for the weather changing. Oh, I'm sure they'll be afraid. Oh, Heather and Marshall, my heart. Oh, jeez. Oh, they'll be our friends soon. Do you know what we were talking about yesterday? Wee Poppy. I had a memory popped up today 2 years ago, so we must have got Daisy do 2 years ago. And Poppy didn't like Daisy at all. We had a problem, and she was actually like aggressive with Daisy. We were having to watch Daisy all the time. But we didn't know wee Poppy was in pain. Wee Poppy was in pain at the time, so she must have been sore and just no one an energetic puppy all round about her. You know, look, sore, it's still sore. I mean, when you lose a fur baby, it is still sore, but we gave her the best life. You know, she was treated like a human. She was treated like a child. She was my child. So, you know what I mean? Although they're pets, you love them just the same way that you love your family. They are your family. They're your babies. So, but Daisy do she's patched me. We call it patching here. Michelle, good morning. Good morning. Oh, I hope you're okay, my Sky. You know I'm always here if you need a wee blather, etc. And I don't judge people, so you can talk about whatever you like. Daisy do patches me now. Patching, if you don't know, it's I don't know if it's just a Glasgow thing or if it's a Scottish thing or a UK thing, right? See if you say so and so's patching me, it means they're ignoring you, right? They're ignoring you. So say that to somebody today, stop patching me. See, I teach you these things that, you know, other channels that teach you Scottish wouldn't teach you that, whereas I'll teach you the lingo. So Daisy does patching me now. She's all for her big brother and stuff like that. And I'm going, can I get a cuddle? No, she's away like that. She's away with him. He gets a howl. Ooh, she howls like bloody Snoopy. Ooh, like that, her face up to the moon, howling like a wolf. She does that. She doesn't do it to me though. She does it to everybody else. I don't get howled at. And it's so cute. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Ooh, like that, she does. I'd love to see if I get it in video. I'll show you. It's hilarious. It definitely looks like Snoopy howling at the moon. Aye, but she's cuddled into her big brother the now, actually. And then when her big sister comes down, she's cuddled into her tail. I get patched. I'm like, did I even count? Does anybody ever love me? Start to think nobody loves me at all. And then I scoop her up and then she gets kissed. She gets kissed and that's it. You want to see my tattoos, guys? It looks bad, right? But it's just because it's Steffi. Hello, my gorgeous Steffi. How are you? Happy Friday to you. Yeah, look, it's all scabbing up. See, all scabbed. It doesn't look good, but no tattoo looks no tattoo looks good when it's at that stage. Mm-hmm. You just hope that it's going to heal. Well, it will heal it. The rest of me healed, but it's scabbing now, so I'm trying my best not to catch it on things, because you catch it on something that's going to rip off. I've been dead careful. Oh, you've not seen my new tattoo? Well, there we are. Aussie. Yep, and my bats. Are you liking it, Harley, baby? I love it. I love my Aussie. I love it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I do know. The beverage of champions. Heather and Marshall, you have had this, haven't you? Heather and Marshall in Vegas got this iron brew. They enjoyed it. I think they enjoyed it. Yeah, I've heard a couple of young bloods. So he's great, isn't he? Do you know who he reminds me of? Steven Tyler. I don't know about you. He reminds me of Steven Tyler. Aerosmith. That's who he reminds me of. Great voice. Well, here's have a wee drink, Heather and Marshall. I know he's enjoy it. He's going to have the first wee drink. There we go. There we are. Aye, Youngblood. I seen him backstage with Ozzy, and it was a wee shame. It was a wee shame. He had made, I don't know if he'd made Ozzy, I think it was a crucifix or something like that. Aye. I still can't get over that Ozzy's no longer with us. It's weird. It's like me and the tattoo guy, right? We were talking, and I was saying, you know, God, I says all the like musicians, like rock musicians, they're all passing away. Do you know what I mean? And nobody these days like has a band like they used to have bands in the olden days. And Christ, where was I going at that? I can't mind what I was saying now. That's coming off. Oh God, I better not touch it. My scab is on the verge of coming off. I'm worried about it. What was I getting at? See my brain, honestly. This is what happens to me, and then I think, oh God, am I getting what my mum's got? Do you know what I mean? And it's just my memory sometimes goes when I'm off on a rant. It will come back to me. I will get back to whatever I was going to say. I'm sure it was about Oh, it was about musicians and the oh aye, that's what it was, right? See there, it's kicked in now. We were talking about musicians and how like, there's no bands and stuff like that anymore. And we were talking about Ozzy passing away and all that. And I says, and Keith Richards is still kicking about, right? If you don't know, Keith Richards is the guitarist that was on the Rolling Stones, I'm sure. The man has done every narcotic known to man. You know, Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp based that character around Keith Richards, right? And my tattoo says, I think Keith Richards pickled. As in, like, no pickled like drunk, pickled like pickled as in a pickle. I know, it's a shame that it's just getting older and people, and a lot of young people that go and you're like, oh my God. Aye. But Keith Richards still going strong, the man. He's still at it. He's still doing his thing. But I was tempted to get bat boxes because I've seen bats quite a few times out there. Just, you know, when it's getting dusk, you see them flying along, the bats. And I'm tempted to get bat boxes, but my dad says the bats would bite the dog. I don't know. As I say, I've never heard that, and I've lived, you know, around about places that's got bats. The house that we originally, when I grew up, that looked down the glen. Remember when I seen the devil worshippers? I'll tell you that story in case you don't know. It's absolutely true. There was lots of bats there. Not once did the dogs get attacked by a bat. Not once. But John, wait, I'm thinking I'm not going to do it just in case. Imagine pop out there like that and a bat hanging off it. Oh jeez. We can be doing without that. We can be doing without that. Aye, that house. It was creepy at first, right? When my mum and dad moved in there, right? It was a brand new build. And they had built this house, as I say, on the glen, right? And it looks right down the glen where I've took yous. And there's a wee stream and there's a cave where these bats lurk. And there's a railway bridge, right? Down the glen. And when we moved up there wasn't many houses at all. There's loads of houses now, but at the time it was just like all like field land and stuff like that. So we had just moved in. There was houses still getting built in our wee alcove area. Houses all still getting built. And it was Halloween. It wasn't the day of Halloween. It was Halloween's Eve, right? So the eve of Halloween. And it was about midnight. And my brother had come in and said, there's something funny out the window. I can see somebody's got a fire out there, right? I was still up. God knows what I was doing, but I was up. And my mum, me and James, my brother, had went into the room and looked out. And you could see in the distance down the glen a fire going. And you could see silhouettes of people, and you could tell that they were nude. And they were going round the fire. I don't know what else was going on down there, but they were all, maybe it was just a party. But everybody knows at that time of year in Scotland to be nude outside, I mean, you're needing a medal for that alone. You need a medal for that alone. Oh, good night, my lovely ladies. I love you so much, and keep me updated with the kitties. Aye. So, and what happened after that, right? We never seen them again. That was the only time we seen them. I think they realised that there was people moving into the houses, so they had to find another place to dance round fires, right? But and you would think it was just like people messing about, kids and stuff like that. The only problem was, and I'm not going to get too graphic in this, right? But me and my brother and the rest of the kids that were in the street were finding animals and positions, let's say, that weren't right. Do you know what I mean? And they had carved their names on trees, right? They'd carved their names, and their names were the Red Hoods. Red Hoods. That was the name of this gang that were doing the glen, like naked dancing on fire. The Red Hoods they were called. And it's only recently that I've learned that, see the wee burn I was talking about, it's in the bottom, that's called the red burn. So there you are, that all happened. And you know the thing, see, my mother, honest to God, see, instead of my mum saying to me something like, oh, it's just kids down there having a wee drink, right, and keeping the truth from me until I was older, right? I mean, I was only young, I was in primary school. She was telling me that's people that worship the devil. I'm in my bed like that. I'm in my bed like that. And don't forget, I was brought up Catholic, so in school, in the Catholic school, you hear all about the devil and how terrible he is and the hell and all that, right? So I was terrified. That was my mother. Why, man? And she also used to tell good nighttime stories was about nuclear war. I don't know. It's just my mum, right? It's just the way she was. Night stories, it would be. And Ronald Reagan, it was at the time, and he's got a big red button, so he has, Ronald Reagan. I'm in bed, and just you go to sleep now, and I'll tell you, Ronald Reagan, yeah, he's got a big red button. And the man in Russia, he's got a big red button too. And all it takes is one of them to press this red button. But don't worry about it, because see if that happens, we'll get hit first. Because we've got a nuclear base not too far away from us, and that's where they'll target. So we won't know anything about it, right? Night, sleep tight. Again, I'm in my bed like that. Jeez. There's my I see her on a Saturday. That's my day to see her. Me and Peter will go tomorrow to see how she is. She wasn't very good at bedtime stories, I'll tell you that. Maybe, no. Do you want me to tell you a bedtime story? No. What is it, about an abattoir or something, Mother? Is that what that is? She just didn't realise. I don't think she realised the impact of these kind of bedtime stories. I mean, I wanted to know about the teddy bear's picnic. Stuff like that. I wanted to hear about, Alice in Wonderland. No bloody Ronald Reagan and his big red button. I mean, she was telling the truth, though. I mean, it's not that she was lying, but come on, I wouldn't tell my kids that bedtime story, but there you are. Many a nights I lay awake and thinking about the devil worshippers down the back and nuclear weapons. What is she like? Yeah, our Sky's not been feeling too good, so we're sending out healing vibes. That's what we're sending out, healing vibes for our Sky. But see, the last time I went to visit my mum, she was really doped up. I'm talking, it took two nurses, one on either side, to bring her into her room. She couldn't, and my dad went to see her yesterday, and he said that when she stood up, she almost fell. So they've got her severely doped up now. But see, if they don't have her severely doped up, she's hitting people and stuff. It's horrible. It really is. And she would have hated this. She would have absolutely hated all this. That's the thing. I don't know what that is. She was even her face. She's just like almost to the point of drooling. Almost to the point of drooling. She's just like that, and that they're carrying her in, kind of thing. So it's something heavy, obviously, and we don't like it, but we don't know what else. What else can they do? What else can they do? Apart from like strap her down to a chair or something like that, and that'd be even worse. Oh, I know, Sky. It's been a difficult time for me. It really has. It's so difficult, and I miss her the way she was. Do you know? I miss her, and I've got a diary. See how I need to use my Florida diary? I've done ASMR videos of it. I've got my mum's now, and I've not read it yet. I can't bring myself around to reading it yet. But it's in my room. It's at her bag that I got. And every night when we were in Disney, about 7 o'clock at night or something, we would sit out in the balcony and write in our diaries about what we had done that day. And we get stickers for the shop, and we put stickers all in the books and stuff like that. And also, know how I've got some leaves. I didn't know it was illegal, all right? I've got pool leaves swimming along in the pool, and there's a leaf in the pool, and I was like, you're going in my diary. Sure enough, it's in my diary, the pool leaf, sellotaped down. My mum's the same, she's got wee leaves in hers. I don't know if we'd get into trouble for that. We might have got into trouble. I don't know. I got shouted at in New York. Well, it was New York, but basically at New York, because I had water. And it wasn't even my water, it was my mum's. There's my mum causing havoc again. She put a bottle of water in my bag that was opened, by the way. And we were going through the security, and they said, have you got any like water or anything in your bag? I'm going, no, I have not. And he pulls out this bottle of water. Ma'am, I asked you if you had water. And I'm going, oh my God, I didn't know it. I was like that. Freaking out. And he went, no, it's okay, ma'am. It's like that. He calmed me down, the man. But I'd already like been frisked quite, but I didn't get the glove treatment, but I get the pat down over my clothes and stuff like that. I get the pat down and the wee wand thing on about me. Because my leg sets off the bloody alarms and stuff like that. I've got a lot of metal in that leg. No, ma'am, can I have a cheeseburger with fries? Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, Chad's coming over tonight. Chad's coming over for a sleepover. I can do a wee bit of an American accent sometimes, and I apologise to my American friends. I've probably butchered your beautiful language, but I try. No, like I don't. If you haven't heard this story, I swear to God, this is absolutely true. I got the worst frisk. I got a indecent frisking. Indecent. It was in either Heathrow or Gatwick. It was one of the London airports. There's only been one time we've managed to get a direct flight from Glasgow to Florida. The rest of them, the other 4 times, we've had to like fly to New York, or we flew to Chicago and then down. I mean, we had to get flights that way. but I think it was the first time as well, and I had only flew like a couple of times in my life. I wasn't used to airports. I wasn't used to like what to do and what was right and what was wrong. So we're going through Gatwick anyway, and I'm there, and I've got Sophie and Amanda, I've got my ex-husband, and I've got my mum and dad, right, and me. So we're going through this wee checkpoint area, and this big lady, ushers my mum and dad, the girls, and my ex-husband through like that, and stops me. Can I just have a check at you? And I was like, aye, sure. The rest of my family stopped and turned round and they're waiting on me. She waved them on. No, on yous go, like that to them. So I'm watching my family walking away, and I'm left there like that, walking away from me. So without a word of a lie, absolutely true, I'll need to give you a pat down, frisk, whatever, right? And I'm like, sure, aye, okay. Put your arms like this. So I had my arms like that. Bear in mind, I had boobies at the time, right? I had boobies at the time. Arms like that and stuff, right? So she's hollering under the boob and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, people can conceal in their bras, right? And I'm thinking, she's doing a thorough pat down, this woman, thorough. And she's frisking away. And the only way to describe what happened to me downstairs is she grabbed and cupped. She grabbed me down below and cupped me and squeezed. So much so that I went, oh! I made that noise, oh, like that. And she went, right, okay, you're fine to go. And away I went, right? I caught up with my family and I hadn't said anything to them yet, right? And I was just thinking about it. I was on the plane and halfway to America before I turned round and said to my ex-husband, I don't think that was really what happened to me. He went, what happened to you? I went and I told him the story and he went, no, she wouldn't have done that. I'm saying, I'm telling you, she done that to me. She grabbed and squeezed them down below. She never even took me into a wee room with her own, just behind like a partition. I was just behind that. And that's what I got, right? And I was like, I don't think that was right. Anyway, the holiday happened. We had came home. We were home for a wee while. And then it came on the news that Janet Jackson had physically slapped somebody down or something like that in either Gatwick or Heathrow. And I thought to myself, it's the same person. It's the same person that's tried it on with Janet, only she knows, because she's well flown and stuff like that. She knows what's proper and what's not, and what I got was bad. And anyway, as I've said before, see if she was going to do that, she should have told me, and I'd get the ex-husband to watch, because he always wanted to watch a bit of that, do you know what I mean? It'd have been like his birthday. They're not allowed to do that. No. Aye, and cupped me. Efron, good morning. Aye, that's not right, isn't it? No. Even to this day, I'm like, it definitely wasn't. Even now, even these days, that's. And she'd a right good. The thing was, the boobies got it first, right underneath them and cupping and so forth. And I was thinking to myself, this is completely normal, because obviously people can conceal stuff, but it wasn't until it happened downstairs I was like, oh, I don't think that was right. Oh, jeez. Listen, should have loved that at the moment. The woman would have loved that. And I was in my, you know yourself, especially if you're going a long haul flight, everybody wears like a tracksuit or something like that. You know, you're wearing loose clothing because you want to be comfortable on the plane. You know you're going to be sitting there for 9.5 hours. You just want to be comfortable. So everybody's got their comfy stuff on. Right? I don't think I've ever seen anybody like going a long haul flight that's got like a wee skirt and high heels. We're all wearing the same stuff, comfy clothing. And aye, that's what and waving my family on so that they couldn't be witness to what happened. Anyway, Janet Jackson got her and I thought, thank you, Janet. That's what she gets. Sure, it must have been the same woman. I think she'd a wee thing going, a wee thing there that she liked today. pretending she's making everybody safe, and the whole time she's looking at me some sort of way. See, I don't need to worry about that anymore, Em. I don't need to worry about that anymore. I'm cool that way. It's been, I tell you, I've never missed a bra. My boobies sometimes, right, I've missed, no that often, to tell you the truth. But having to wear a bra, I'm so happy I don't need to do that anymore. Oh, well, Mrs. B Noodle, you're in now. Welcome. Oh, guess what I'm going to do right now, guys? I'm going to give you free memberships. Who wants a free membership? It's not up to me. It's not up to me who gets the free memberships, but I'm just about to send them out. I'm going to send 5 out just now, right? Let's go. Let's see who gets the free memberships. Lauren, congratulations and welcome. Scarlett, welcome, welcome. Jennifer, welcome, welcome. Gemini, welcome. And Kim, welcome. KHX, good morning, good morning. You've missed the whole chat about me getting my... I've not got my sound machine in here, but... Aye, there you go, that's what I got. She must have been looking at me for a while, though. I should have been flattered. See, nowadays I'd be like, oh, you fancy me, do you? Fancy a bit of the blueberry, do you? Want to squeeze the blueberry? Oh, aye. I can still remember what she looked like. She wasn't much of a looker, you know, but she took her job very seriously. She took her job. Woman loved her job. Oh, can you remember Mama Bear? That's my washing machine, by the way, going nuts in the background. Mama Bear, there was this lady on YouTube that we used to watch, right? She was a bit, I don't know how to describe her. She was religious, but she wasn't a nice religious. She was like very Bible thumping is probably the best way to describe it, right? And if you didn't believe everything that she said, you were going to hell. She did all these sorts of weird things, but you couldn't stop watching her. She was one of these ones that you put her on and you couldn't take your eyes off her because she'd be doing stuff. She'd be like prancing about in her bra. Right now she's older than me, right? She'd be doing a lot of weird stuff, but we couldn't stop watching her. She had huge boobies, Mama Bear had big boobies. The car wash, she was out washing the car and all that with the boobies flying about and stuff. She was, you couldn't stop watching her anyway, right? And there was one day I'm watching her and she's like, she'd been to the casino, right? She was away at the casino and she lost money and stuff like that. And then she came home and she said, do you know, I've been wondering about what to do for a video freeze or something interesting. Something that maybe people don't watch. Me, going, that's a good idea, Mama Bear. You know, do something different and people will be watching it. She says, I was thinking to myself as I drove past the abattoir earlier on, right? And immediately I'm shaking my head. And she went, I was thinking about taking these there and showing you the meat production from A to when it's on your table. And we were going, no, do not show that. Do not show that. That's not interesting. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, 11:11. She wanted that. We were all like, don't. We were like, if you do that for a video, you say goodbye to your channel and your subscribers. People are all going to be like. But she was at the age. She found that interesting. I don't find it interesting. I don't want to ever know what goes on. I know what goes on. I don't want to know about what goes on. Rebecca's happy now. Rebecca got bullied rotten. I mean, the two of them had strong views about things, right? I mean, they really did. And as I said, if you didn't agree with their views, then you were a bad person, basically. Whereas I believe if people don't like my view or whatever, that's fine. I don't mind because that's what keeps the world going. People have got different opinions and stuff like that. But Rebecca was awful bullied, I feel, on YouTube. I mean, she'd thinning hair and people would make a fool of that, and you know, she done makeup. And listen, you can do your makeup whatever way you want to do your makeup, right? It's art. You do it the way you want. She would do all that, and then eventually she's met a fella, aye, and she's engaged to him now, and she's going to get married, and she's happy, and that I'm just so happy with that. That there's a good story behind it. That she's found love, and she's found a man that loves her, and all the rest of it. So I suppose getting off YouTube is probably the best thing that they've done, really. But again, because they had these kind of views about things, people would be sending pizza to their houses and doing all sorts of stuff. Her address was put out, everybody knew her address. People going too far, do you know what I mean? People just taking it way too far. But I'm happy that she's got a nice man now, and a wee happy life. That's it's always nice. But she was awfully bullied. She did say, I mean, listen, she did say a lot of stuff back, but the only reason that she done that was because people were bullying her. And if somebody's on here bullying you, you're going to say something back to them. You're not going to just sit and say nothing. You know what I mean? And because she fought back, they made her worse. I mean, there was one time that was horrible. I don't know if you mind this, but certain people on here had convinced Rebecca to leave her mum's house. Now, Rebecca is, how can I put it? She doesn't act her age, if you know what I mean, right? I don't know the proper way to say it, but she didn't act her age. She acted way younger than what she was, right? And her mum was all she knew, was staying with her mum. And her mum was the same. The two of them stayed in this house together. They stayed there her whole life. This was her comfort zone, was her house. She came on YouTube and people were convincing her that her mum was evil and bad and all the rest of it, and to leave the house and leave her mum. And they actually raised funds to take her out the house to put her in a hotel. I think they done that, didn't they? They actually done that, and she did go to a hotel. But she was lost. What's she going to do then? And her mum was lost. The two of them were two lost souls. And then eventually they got back together again. And the YouTube people were angry at that. This is what I mean, too far. I mean, delving into people's relationship. That was sad doing that, though. That was sad. I mean, we all know Mama Bear loved Rebecca, and Rebecca loved Mama Bear. And it was like they caused this situation. Aye, exactly. It was they two. They caused this situation so they could sit back and watch. I'm going the ironing. You can't say, well, if I put the ironing down, you won't be able to see me then. Do you want me to try? I'll try, right? I'll try and put it down a wee bit. Let me see. Let's see. Is that better? Oh. There. There, you can see. So, we've been around a long time, haven't we? We've been around a long time. We originally came, it was the drama community. I was there for the very beginning of the drama community when it was Miss Effing Wonderful and Yaba, the YouTube Underground, and her wife now, but the two of them hated each other at the beginning, mind. That was I think that was the first drama live, was Yaba and our now wife, and they were on Drama Live. Monster Hearted, good morning. No, so a lot of them I don't watch anymore. See, when people take it too far, I can't be dealing with it. I cannot be dealing with it. But we've been around since then, and as far as I know, Miss Effing Wonderful's in a bad way now as well. She's in a bad way too. We're still going, We're still going. We're still going. But so it used to be fun, the drama community, and then, as I say, everyone took it way too far. Started delving into everybody's like private life and stuff like that. I never really chatted a lot. Then we went onto the porch. That was the porch was Pamela and Pam and Rick is the porch. And that was fun. They used to do quizzes and things like that, and then they get too serious there too. Get too serious. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens, but we stay out 8 AM, don't we? We stay out. Yeah. I don't follow anybody for there. I don't follow them. Now and again, I dip into the lady in Mississippi's live stream, and you know, it's exactly the same conversation as what she had 5 years ago. And she's still pretending that she's a secret agent. Did you know that? We better watch. She's a secret agent. She's working for the FBI. Oh, jeez. Aye. And she's another one that thingies religion, uses religion as a weapon. It's terrible. People should be allowed to worship the way they want. Which brings me to the horrible news that happened here in the UK yesterday. I don't know if you're aware of this, but all I know about it, right, I'm not going to tell you things I don't know. All I know about it is some crazy B word drove into some worshippers outside a synagogue yesterday, and unalived, he got out the car and then used something sharp and unalived 2 people. And then the officers with the pew-pews went, and it was basically shown as live on air, except the exact moment that the police took him out. Police took the guy out. Apparently at that time, I don't know what's happened now, but at that time they were shouting to everybody to get back because it looked as if the man had some kind of things strapped to his body, if you know what I mean. I don't know any updates on it or that, but my heart goes out to anybody that goes to somewhere to worship and this is what happens. It needs to stop. The hate needs to stop. Listen to my washing machine going in the background. But that was horrible news. Horrible. I mean, can you imagine waking up in the morning and thinking, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. And the thing was, I'm sorry, I'm not up to date in all of like people that are Jews, your special occasions, but yesterday was a special day, Yom Kippur or something like that. Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, but something like that. It was a Jewish special day was yesterday, and that's what happened. Unbelievable. It's like, as again, I can't imagine waking up and thinking, do you know what I'm going to do today? It's shocking. So my heart was sore yesterday with that. I can't watch the, see, truth be told, I can't, see when I watch the news, it just hurts my heart. It does, and people will say I'm burying my head in the sand. I probably am. And for my own mind, because things swirl in my brain. See, if I see something like a child on here that's starving or something, I can't get that vision out of my head. ever. It's always there. Always end up seeing it. Same with animals. I hate these bloody adverts that you're watching and oh, adopt a donkey. These poor donkeys are being treated badly. Can you spare £5 a month? See, once I see these adverts, that's it. Once I see these adverts, that's it. The rest of my life, I can't unsee them. So here's hoping today's a better day. Everybody just calms down. Yeah, I try not to. See, I see things on Facebook and then think, what's that about? And then go and read about it. And politicians, they're all the same to me now. I know Monster Hearted, it's horrible. And the politicians, they're all the same. As I've said before, I never ever missed a vote because of how hard it was for women to get the vote in the first place, right? I always voted since I was 18. I never missed a vote on any election. And see now, I've lost faith in them all. It's the same story that they tell you before they get elected, and then once they are elected, nothing happens. So Sophie's messaging me. Geez, Sophie, I'm on a live stream. Wait a minute to message her. Wait to message us, lassie. Yeah. Aye. Oh, let's put these back on. Where are we? There we are. She might come in now that I've told her I'm live. Yeah, I know. See, kids nowadays, we were the last generation of kids that could actually go out and enjoy the world. As I said, back in 2015, 10 years ago, was when I went to Disney with my mum and Peter. And we're on the Disney bus, the happiest place in there, and all the beautiful Florida scenery. You know, I'm looking for alligators and stuff like that. I'm looking at the wee armadillo things. We've not got armadillos here. There's my Sophie now. Let's all stop talking about her. We armadillo things and all that, right? We've not got that in Scotland. And see, when you go to Florida, we want to see that kind of thing. So me and my mum are looking out the window at all the beautifulness, and all the rest of them are all sitting on their phones on the Disney bus. Me and my mum are the only ones that were looking out the windows. Changed days. Well, there's my washing machine's about to take off, guys. It's getting serious. I'm doing an ironing, Sophie. It's going to take me all day. I can't be bothered, but I've neglected ironing duties for about a month now, so I've got 4 sets of bedding. It's no weekly ironing, and it's I've not done an ironing for about 4 weeks. So it's diabolical, is the only way to describe it. But I'll watch something here. Do you know, I might watch Cops, because that's my wee guilty pleasure. Sophie knows that. Sometimes when I'm sad, put an episode of Cops on, and then I'm all happy. Yes, Sophie, we need to do it. Maybe next weekend. Guess, do you know what I was telling everybody, Sophie? Don't mention what the props are that I've got, right? But know how I bought props for an alien hunt. And I said to you, Sophie, do not lose the props. It's serious, this alien hunting business. Don't lose the props. We need the props to do an alien hunt. I've lost my props. Can't even remember what I've done with them. I've got one of the props. I've got the torch. Do you know about the torch? I can't even mind what I've done with the rest of them. I'll need to hunt. I need to hunt for the props. serious this time. This time's Sophie, we need to find a place to go though. We need to find a place. The place I was looking at is a graveyard, but we don't want to be laughing and all that in a graveyard. It's disrespectful. I know, Sophie, we were talking about that yesterday, remember? I'll need to make new foil hats. In fact, we won't need the foil hats from we've got something else. We won't need the foil hats. We're sorted this time. Aliens beware. Sophie, we were talking just about how me and you are not into the royal family at all. Remember you went round Edinburgh, Stirling Castle, just slagging things. Like, look at that. You know, imagine doing that. Mind we were just slagging stuff. Mary Queen of Scots' bed, mind. I was like, I bet you she was getting absolutely rammed. I said she was getting rammed in the bed. That's what I said. And one of the workers came round the corner and looked at me. I didn't know she was there, right? So she's obviously heard kind of what I said. So, oh, hello. I was like, hi. And then she went into this whole medieval, like, role play. There's my lord's bed down there. When thy lassie comes up from the glen and all that, and I'm going, listen, we're for Glasgow, you don't need to cut the act. Don't need to do that to us, you're no tourists. Right? And anyway, Sophie walked off and left me. I had to recover for saying that about Mary Queen of Scots, and the only thing I could think of was, oh, we were just saying that the bed looks so small, you'd need to kind of ram yourself in there, wouldn't you? And I thought, nice one, Linda. Recovered. Oh, Batman and Robin, that reminds me of Only Fools and Horses. Oh, that was a great show, Only Fools and Horses. And they dress up. Somebody had said to them, there's a party happening, right, somewhere. And it's a theme party, everybody. And whoever wears the best costume gets money or something like that, right? So they dress up as bloody Batman and Robin and they go to this party. Nobody else is dressed up, just they two. But see, Harley, baby, we were thinking that, but we need internet. And mind, I tried to take these up the Campsies to the, what do you call it, the dam up the Campsies. You didn't get to see the Campsies because we were only a wee bit up it and the internet just went off. So this is the thing, we need to be somewhere where we can still get the internet. I'm thinking maybe up Kilt Farm or something like that. I'm thinking that's probably our best bet, to go somewhere like that. It's a single track road though. And it's at night time. Mind last time I turned my headlights off because I'm a crazy. Aye. Oh, aye, the battlefield in Stirling. Bannockburn, Soph. I could take you to Bannockburn. And that is round about where the UFO triangle is, right there, isn't it? But I took you to Bannockburn one time. I took you to the battle of Bannockburn. I took you there, but it was daytime. It will be extra spooky at night. Thank you, Monster Hearted. My nails, they're a bit chipped though. I've got a chip on them. Oh, I'm worried about my tattoo. It's very scabby. Aye, we could do that. We could see aliens and ghosts. We've got a special torch, Sophie. We've got a special torch. We can shine it. Right, that's it. That's where we'll go. We're going to Bannockburn. So if you want to look that up, you can look it up. We'll go there next week. One night we'll go. And we might take sandwiches, Sophie. I'm thinking maybe a wee sandwich while we're about to be getting hungry. I'm thinking maybe make a packed one. Remember the last time, see, Sophie's gets me into trouble. The last time I made a wee packed lunch for me and Sophie, we were away a wee day trip somewhere, mind. And I had my salad and I had in containers because we didn't want the pieces getting mushy, right? So wee separate container with my salad stuff. And I had took salt with me and I put it in a wee bit of plastic wrap. I was like, I'll put this salt in a plastic wrap like that. and I brought it out. And she said that she told everybody that my salt was something that people like to, the thing that people put up their nose. And it wasn't. It was, and I just about swallowed my teeth when she said that. I was like, it's definitely not that. It's definitely salt for my tomato. Look, it's for my tomato. Because some people in here go, I knew she was like that. You can tell, look at her face. Oh, the Scooby-Doo fan. That's the way in Edinburgh, Greyfriars, Bobby. I'm not going that far out. And I want to kind of stay in the triangle, Sophie told everybody I was taking that early, baby, and I was like, I've never took it in my life, and that's salt. I'm showing everybody, look at salt like that. Sophie, pack it in. Stop saying things like that. Gets me into trouble. But then again, I was away to Kilmarnock, wasn't it, to get my malts wine. That's when I was partial to a flavouring on a Saturday. I don't do that anymore. I'm a good girl now. I've not had any flavouring in a long time now. Listen, Sky, I was saying, see if that did happen, right, and we did get abducted. Who do you phone about that? Because see, if you're going to, Barry White and Bobby Brown, that's the prison lingo for it. If we ever went to Cottonville, if you go to court, as if the prison officers are that daft, right? There's a documentary, and it's this lassie in Cottonville prison, and she says if you're wanting some naughty stuff brought up to you, you're on the phone. Prison warden is there. Is Barry Brown or Bobby Brown or Barry White coming up tonight? As if the prison officers don't get that. Oh, I watch her the night. She's getting something. Mind, I was going to throw a stone over the railings, and Sophie said I better not, because I could have been getting kept in Cottonville. Don't like that. I'd be getting the scoop treatment again that I was talking about earlier at the airport. Oh my God, Sky, yes. That's it, they'll bit your door. Are you looking for aliens? And me sitting in my tinfoil hat? No, not at all. Rubber alien in the car. Please, I'd be quite honest with them. I'd say to them, look, tell who to stop being bad. Who have I to tell to stop being bad? Oh, right, now don't be doing that to your Auntie Soph. Don't forget, guess who's watching at the moment? Guess who watches us? Santa. Doesn't everybody? Santa watches us. And you know what Santa Claus does? See, if you're a bad boy, you don't get any toys at Christmas time, none. But see, if you're a good boy, you get lots of toys and nice things. So be good to your Auntie Sophie. Is he going, Granny? Granny's on the telly. Do you want Granny to do this? Wait till we do this, right? We're going to do this and go, what? Kickaboo! 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 He says I'm not real. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am an alien that's took on this form, because I wouldn't want to go to and be a princess or anything like that. I'd want to be a wee woman, poor woman with a bad leg and back, doing a bit of ironing. And that's the alien. The alien just wanted to jump into this body for some sort of reason, for kicks and giggles. He's a wee darling. See, when they tell me he's been naughty, I'm like, he would never be naughty. He would never be naughty. They're going, he's been bad behaved, and I'm like, I don't believe it. Peekaboo. Aye. He loves coming into my car, but he wants to go into the driver's seat now. He's going to want to sit there, and I'm going, no. Do you know what he said? Better tell you this, what he said. Right, first we were having a laugh with this, right? He comes out nursery last week or the week before, and his mum's like getting him changed for his bath, and in his pocket is a set of keys for the nursery. My grandson's picked up these keys and went, mine. Came home with them. So I was, Amanda showed us, like, Louis got these keys, and we were going, oh, how did he get the keys? And we go, who knows how he get the keys, but he's got the keys, right? So that happened, we were going, whoa, that's him, like, stealing at this age, right? We were having a laugh. At this age, and he's already, you know, taking keys and stuff. So a few days later, Peter had ran him home, and he got home and he said to his mummy, I was drawn on Granny's car, right? And Amanda phoned me and she went, Mum, you're going to need to check your car. I went, what? And she went, and I just cleaned the car out. She says, the Wayne's just said that he drew on Granny's car. And I was like, right, I'll take out some soap and stuff like that, because I have a feeling, and I was like, I'm just hoping that it's no like a Sharpie marker. So I goes out, sure enough, it was crayon though. Has he been peeing in the potty? He's a good boy. See, Santa's going to bring you lots of toys, I think. In fact, I think Santa's going to bring some toys here. That's what I heard. Yep. Because you've been doing peas in your potty and all that, and you've been a good boy. See, he is a good boy, Auntie Soph. That's my jammy top. I'm not having my jammy top. Aye, so then I'd been out to the car, and sure enough, he had drew on it. He's getting a bike, eh? Wow. And it's squiggled cream all over the back of the car, the driver's seat, and then on the upholstery at the side, he drew on that as well. But I managed to get it off. Not that I was bothered. I mean, I knew I'd be able to get it off as long as it wasn't Sharpie. If it was Sharpie, I'd be like, oh jeez, how am I going to get that off? But I was like, vandalism. I was stealing nursery keys a few days ago, and it's moved on. Is that a thing? A thing, my God, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. Yeah, see, he's got to. He's a big boy now. We can't be doing that now. I remember toilet training. It was no fun at all. It was no fun when they had accidents. But who am I to talk about accidents? The whole of January, I was having a wee accident again. The whole of January, I was having accidents. So, if I get pulled over, I'm going to be straight up and honest. They can breathalyze me or do whatever they want. I'm fine. The only thing I'm doing is looking for aliens. Is that so weird, officer? And then if they say it is weird, you need to come downtown, I'll be like, oh, bonus. So if you stay here, I'm going with the man. Right, you just stay here again. And I would go with the officer. But I'm pretty sure if they were to say that, I've got a live stream fired up and we're in the UFO capital. Oh, this is the UFO capital. I mean, why are you questioning me with a tinfoil hat? Are you discriminating against people with tinfoil hats, officer? These things happen. I mean, these things. I'm 53, and in January I can honestly say I didn't pee myself, and that was just because I had a bloody catheter in, right? So it was basically, it was just, and my poor dad going, no, I know that you've had an accident, but I still love you. I'm in the bed like that, reeking of shit. I love you too, Dad. Bad times. It's not going to happen again. I've got an appointment with my nurse. I've got an appointment with my nurse to get a check-up and get my blood taken and all that in a couple of weeks' time. So, do you know what I'm just remembering? My diamond has fell in my Monroe piercing. I'll need to get another diamond in it because I can feel it coming out of my mouth. That's when I had a shower this morning. I've obviously pulled it out. Oh, I see, that's it. Things happen. Things happen. And bedwetting is no fun. But I remember doing it when I was round about that time. Maybe I was even in my teens. And it was because I dreamt of a toilet. And I dreamt I went into the toilet and I dreamt I was sitting on the toilet pan and I was peeing. And I was actually peeing in my bed. And I woke up and going, oh, like that. I think we've all been there. Now, I remember a boy that I used to work with. Don't forget, this was in 1991, right? This was when rave and all that was like out there. And he used to take the tablets that made people dance crazy, the ones, right? But he wouldn't just take one, he would take lots. And he used to come in and just freely just tell us, you know, I peed to bed last night. We all the stuff that he was taking. I wonder how he is now. I wonder if he's still alive, that boy. I never, my imagination's too crazy for anything like that. I was like, I always gave everything like that a wide berth, as we say. Anyway, guys, I need to go and find a diamond for this before it falls out, because that would be annoying. I've been on a while. Oh God, I've been on for over an hour. See what happens when you're having fun. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for members. Oh, I'll give another 5 memberships. Hold on. I've got another 5 memberships that I can give. And I'm going to give them now. I'm hoping Jenny gets one. I have no control over who gets them. So there we are. Let's see who gets them. And welcome to the new members. Simone, Sonic, Nadine, Jessica, and Aubrey. Welcome to the little berries, and enjoy your special emojis, and I'll give you a shout out and draw you in my book tomorrow. So I love you all so much, and thank you for, I mean, I got a wee bit done, but look, I've got all that today. You see it all of this? I've still got a full box today, so I'm going to put something on and batter on in. I love you all so much, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely day if you are going out, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.